The moment you walked in the room, love, I was alone on the stage. Thought I was singing for someone, suddenly knew I had changed. I just got lost in your smile. I think you already know. I was pulled in by your dancing. You were the star of the show. Oh, my heart has been taken. Feels like I've awakened. No matter what you do, I'll always be loving you. Oh, even if we stumble, our love will not crumble. No matter what you do, I'll always be loving you. Then I walked up to the table. All of the lights turned down low. All of the music had faded, and time started to slow. It was our first conversation. It was a warm summer night. It was the start of our story, and we both knew it was right. Oh, my heart has been taken. Feels like I've awakened. No matter what you do, I'll always be loving you. Oh, even if we stumble, our love will not crumble. No matter what you do, I'll always be loving you. Oh, my heart has been taken. Feels like I've awakened. No matter what you do, I'll always be loving you. I'll always be loving you. I'll always be loving you. I'll always be loving you, baby. Always be loving you.
I didn't understand it, but I was terrified of love. Felt like I had to choose, but it was out of my control. I needed to be saved, I was going crazy on my own. It took me years to tell my mother I expected the worst. I gathered all the courage in the world. She said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. She wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what. She loves me no matter what. I got a little older, wishing all my time away. Riding on the pavement, every sunny day was great. I trusted in my friends, then all my world came crashing down. I wish I never said a thing, 'cause to them I'm a stranger now. Well, I ran home, I saw my mother, it was written on my face. Felt like I had a a heart of glass about to break. She said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. She wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what, yeah. Now I'm a man and I'm so much wiser. I walk the earth with my head held higher. I got the love that I need, but I was still missing one special piece. My father looked at me. He said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. He wrapped his arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what. He loves me no matter what, and they love me no matter what.
Is this thing on? All right. I'm going to keep this short because I wasn't gifted with a public speaking ability like my brother. So, I'm John. I would be, as Chris likes to always say, the little brother. So, ever since Chris was a kid, he'd always enacted, dreamed, rehearsed, getting married, having a family, and it took a little longer than we all expected, but you know. So, but he found that perfect person for him, is Justin. Justin, you bring joy, happiness, and you light up Chris's. I mean, you can just see it on his face every time y'all are together. And that's all we can ask for. So I hope that the biggest thing is you put the two of you. Put each other first. That's all I can ask. After 16 years, 16 and a half, however long. How long we've been married? 16 and a half years of marriage, put each other first. And that's you'll have a lifelong of happiness. So, everybody raise their glasses to Justin and Chris. Here.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy, Justin's best man, his brother, and our mom's favorite child. I was blessed with a great mama, a daddy that's my hero, and 3 amazing siblings, with Justin being one of them. There's an 8-year age gap between the two of us, and like all brothers, Justin and I haven't always seen eye to eye. But in the end, we've been there when we needed it most. One of the first times I remember Justin being there for me came when I was probably 5 or 6. I was playing on a Burger King playground when a kid that was older started picking on me, being rough or something along those lines. And the next thing I see is Justin taking off his flip-flop and slinging it at this kid as he was coming out of one of the tunnels. I knew then that my brother had my back. He was there for me when I graduated high school, when I married the love of my life, when we welcomed our little boy into this world, and that's just to name a few. As you can tell, many of you already know, Justin is and has always been a very dependable and loving person. Shit, where was I at? I was there. He is always there for you whenever you call, unless you call him, wake him up from a nap. Then he's a different Justin, and you may want to call somebody else. But he always gives you 110% with everything he does and expects you to do the same. I wonder who you get that from. But that determined mindset and loving heart has made you the man you are today, and that's something to be proud of. Once Justin graduated high school and college a few years later, he traveled around for several years. He lived and worked in several different areas and states in the Southeast, worked on the West Coast, even traveled down to South America for a little while to teach. And the whole time Justin was gone, all I wondered was, is Justin ever going to find a place that makes him happy? A place he can call home? Sure, 235 Tanglewood Drive will always be the place that Justin can call home, and he was raised, but I always felt your journey was bigger than that. It was much bigger than Baxley, Georgia. And I was right. Justin's home isn't a structure sitting on a foundation. It's a lot more than that. Justin's home is Chris, and I know that with all my heart. I've seen my brother fighting to find his place in this world for a lot of my life, and since December 31st, 2021, I've seen all the pieces falling into place. I'm getting to see my brother truly happy for the first time, and I'm grateful for that. I've told Chris several times that Justin is the best version of himself since the two of them met, and that is how I know they were meant to be. The road to this point of your lives may have been long and winding, but the destination makes it all worth it. Continue being happy and writing your story. I love you, big brother. Chris, thank you for loving my brother. Thank you for being his rock and someone he can count on. True love is hard to find, so enjoy what you two have because it's 1 in a million. I love you, broski. And one more thing for the both of you. In a perfect world, there are a few men that will be sitting here with us tonight. But God had other plans. And even though they've probably been with you this entire time, Megan and I wanted to capture a moment that they physically couldn't attend. Congratulations on your marriage, and I love y'all.
So it's both of our fathers have passed away and couldn't be here today, and my youngest brother. It is a hand-painted portrait of our wedding day with both of our fathers and my youngest brother in it. Thank you, Jeremy and Megan and the Norris family for that.
For those of you who do not know me, I am Carmela Turner. I am Justin's best friend of 20 years. And his maid of honor. Summing up a 20-year friendship into a 5-minute speech has been nearly impossible for me. But I'm going to try and read through this as quickly as possible. I would like to begin this speech tonight by sharing a poem by Charlotte Freeman entitled Rare Encounters. Justin may not remember this, but he shared this with me a few months ago, and it really touched me. Throughout life, we experience many different kinds of friendships, but on rare occasions, we encounter someone so special that we just know we met for a reason. These are the kinds of friendships that last forever. No matter what city you live in, or how often you speak, no matter how old we get, or what phase of life you are in. It's the kind of friendship that makes you understand unconditional love. Maybe you met your most special friend when you were 6, or 13, or 30, or maybe you have yet to cross paths with this person. It happens at different stages for different people. But when it does, there is no greater comfort than knowing that this person will be right there beside you to share in the happiness, the sadness, and everything in between. Never, ever take these friendships for granted. I met Justin in the fall of 2003, so this past fall made 20 years. We were both in the 8th grade, and I just transferred to a brand new school in Appling County. Little did I know I would meet my lifelong best friend that year. Literally. It all started the day I walked into Miss Donker's Spanish class, She later earned the name of Miss Donkey. Guess who came up with that? I sat down behind this tall, handsome boy with blonde hair and blue eyes, and I introduced myself, and we quickly became friends, or should I say, partners in mischief. We spent the rest of that 8th grade year pranking our Spanish teacher and others. We would literally put dust bunnies and hair weave from the hallway on her desk every day. No one else really thought this was funny, by the way. But we spent every class period plotting our new schemes and pranks. Along came high school. My best memories from high school are the ones I share with Justin. The after-school trips to his mama's house, riding through town in his white Ranger, blasting the most ridiculous songs, like Dame Más Gasolina, and of course the Golden Girls theme song. It was no surprise to Miss Laura when we were about to pull up. You could hear us before you could see us. All the school nights I spent sitting at the Norris dinner table. The weekends I spent watching and quoting our favorite movies with Justin, like Scary Movie 3. Burning new CDs on LimeWire when that was a thing. And laughing uncontrollably at Mad TV episodes. Justin and I bonded even more through singing and dancing in show choir. We spent the next 4 years in countless hours of after-school rehearsals, performances, and traveling all over to different states to compete in competitions. We were the most competitive. As senior year rolled around, one of the most cherished moments is when we went to our senior prom together, because who was better to go to your senior prom with than your best friend? Along came graduation, and then it was off to college, and sadly, Justin and I ended up moving to different cities and attending different universities. This was one of the most bittersweet times in our lives, but the phone calls never ceased. We would spend hours on the phone catching up and sharing our stories about our classes, new friendships, our professors, and horrible dating experiences. When I started my teaching career in Southwest Florida, Justin even ended up moving in with me for a short period of time. We spent many nights out on the town exploring and enjoying the final years of our 20s. Well, some nights were spent in the flower bed. And even getting woken up by the sprinkler system. As Justin ended up moving back to Georgia for work, the visits back and forth between Georgia and Florida continued, involving multiple beach days spent by the Gulf Coast, our fall Vogue photo shoots at my parents' house by the lake, and spending basically every birthday and holiday or any other celebratory event together. As I look back on the past 20 years, I cannot remember a time when Justin wasn't there. We have shared in the happiness, life's greatest moments, and the sadness, life's hardest moments, literally, and everything in between. Justin has been the only true friend in my life that has stood the test of time. Justin, you are my rare encounter. And Christopher, I knew from the moment that I met you that you were special, you were different, and this was another rare encounter. I've never seen my best friend this happy and at peace in the 20 years I've known him. And today, we have created my new favorite memory, this wedding. I've personally witnessed through your love story the true meaning of unconditional love. This is no ordinary love. This is extraordinary. May your love continue to grow and your marriage stand the test of time, just as our friendship has. And may you both never, ever take this love for granted. It is a gift. Thank you.
Chris and Justin, I need you to scan the room real quick. Just scan it. Just scan it. Every one of these people are here to support you and love you. They came because they believe in you. This right here is a moment. I need you to take it. Take this moment. Because this is it, fellas. We're here. And we love you. John, you had your turn. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Heather, and I'm Chris's cousin. And I've known him since we were, trying to open up presents when City wasn't looking. But as far as I've known him, he has talked about this very moment, this day. He has talked about his wedding, like so much that when we were 19, riding in his car in the streets of the hardcore Statesboro, he was telling me, Heather, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get married in December. My colors are gonna be green and red, and it's gonna be fabulous. There's gonna be Christmas lights. There's gonna be Christmas trees. And the ladies are gonna be decked out in red and green, and they're gonna be wearing white furs. Guys, I'm up here giving a speech 20 years later in a red dress, white furs, under Christmas tree lights. You can't tell me that's not amazing. All right? But this guy right here, Chris, he's been wanting to get married his whole life. His whole life. Not only has he planned it, like we've talked endless about it. Matter of fact, there was a time where he tried to convince people that he was married to me. Oh, you knew this was coming, didn't you? There was a reason why he gave me the last spot on the speaks. Y'all get comfortable. You got your food, you got your chair. I got a story to tell. So, can you hold this real quick? Thank you. All right. So, yeah, you're going to need to drink it. So, Chris and I decided in our adulthood that we would take a vacation together because we took a lot of vacations as kids. And they were fun, but this was going to be way better because we were adults and there was a lot of booze. So, we were all about it. And he was like, hey, we're going to go on this cruise. And I was like, yes, we have a lot to celebrate. Those of you that don't know, I did go through a battle of breast cancer. It took me about 3 years to get through. And Chris, being the person that he was, said, hey, sis, let's go celebrate. He was coming through some tough chapters himself. So this was going to be a celebration that we had, and we were ready. I'd never been on a cruise. What better way to spend a cruise with a person that always goes on the cruise? And it doesn't hurt that he's bougie, you know. We all know how Chris is. And so he was like, yeah, girl, I got it. I'm going to plan it. You're going to dress 9, to the yards every night. We're going to fancy dinner, fancy outfit. I got you. A show every night. He was so excited. I was like, yes, let's go. Let's go. But there was one show in particular that he was super, super excited about. I almost, looking back on it, I didn't know then, but looking back on it, I feel like the whole week, was revolved around this one show. He was so excited. I was like, cool. I'm there. Let's go. And the whole day, he was like, we got to get to the show. It's going to be packed. We got to get really, really good seats. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. I was like, I'm already loving it. I got dressed. He wouldn't even wait for me to get ready. He left me and said, hey, I got to go get our seats. You just meet me there. And I did. And he had a cocktail. And I was like, yes, this is amazing. This is going to be. everybody in the whole cruise ship, I think, was in this one room. And I was like, man, this is going to be a great show. And so we get down, and he's like giddy. Like, he's like super excited. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Got my cocktail, and I was like, yeah, lights went down. MC came on the stage, and he was like, welcome to the Newlywed Show. And like me and my naive self, I'm like drinking my cocktail, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is great. You know where this is going, right? So I'm like drinking my cocktail, and Chris is like literally trying to like bust out of the seat. He's so excited. And so like the MC was like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pick people out of the audience for this Newlywed Show. It's gonna be great. And my naive self was like, oh my God, they have crew members like hidden in the crowd, and this is gonna be great. And I'm like looking around to see like who's the actor and who's not. Yeah, joke's on me. There were no actors. And so the MC was like, hey, I need a newlywed couple who just got married, like madly like crazy, energetically in love. Like, I need you on stage. And there was like this cute little couple that was like, oh, me. And they went on stage, and they were adorable, and it was disgusting. And we were like, oh, cute. And then the MC was like, all right, who's been married the longest? Like 50 plus years. And there was like an amazingly cute old couple that was like, it was awesome. And so we were like, oh, so cute. And then the MC got real. It got real quiet. The MC was like, all right, guys, this is serious. Whatever's said in here doesn't leave in here. But I need to know who is the most miserably unhappy, like hate each other, like thinking about putting the other one overboard before we port. What is that couple? I need to know that couple. And here I am, my naive self. I'm drinking my cocktail. Do you remember this? Okay. I'm drinking my cocktail, and I'm like, ooh, like scanning the crowd, like, ooh, who is this couple, that miserable couple? I bet it's you. Is it you? I don't know. It might be you. And then all of a sudden, I feel somebody grab my hand, and my hand just went up like this. And I heard the person, Christopher, standing next to me, saying, it's us! Here we are, right here. It took me like, I don't know, a total of like 15 seconds to be like, wait, what's happening right now? And he was like, it's us, right here. Everybody around us is looking at us like, oh, damn. And I was like, and like it registered, and then I was like, sit, Christopher, he has my hand up in the air. Christopher, sit down. And he was like, no, it's fine. It's going to be funny. Play along. No, sit down. Christopher, what are you doing? Just sit down. Oh, my God. I am going to punch you. Sit down. And he was like, no, this is great. This is great. By the time we did that, the spotlight came on both of us in this huge crowd. And, like, then the MC is like, literally watching me being like, I'm going to kill you. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm going to kill you. And he's like, that's a miserable couple right there. So, I don't know. The rest of the night was kind of an outer body experience. I'm pretty sure Chris drugged me up the stage through all these people. And there were three couples, you know, the like disgustingly in love, energetic, like newlyweds, the older couple. And then there was me and my gay cousin. Yeah. And he was like, we had to sit back to back. We both had dry erase boards. And they would ask us like random questions, like, who was your first kiss? Tell me who your wife's first kiss was, or first boyfriend. And I was like, I have literally no idea. But the problem is, I did. So it worked out like as if we were a married couple, because I did know Chris. We were raised together. I knew all the things, and he knew all my things. And so we were actually getting these questions right. But the whole time, I'm back to back, and I was like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to punch you in your face. I do not like you right now. And then the MC was like eating that up. He was like, guys, this couple really hates each other. And so we get to the last question. I literally, all I could think about was tunnel vision to like how to get an emergency exit out of this room. And I'm like, I can't hear what they're saying because my heart is pounding so hard. I just wanted off the stage. And he was like, all right, guys, this is the last question. And I was like, oh, thank God, I need to get off the stage. And then he goes, all right, grooms, what is your wife's bra size? So I panic because, again, I'm coming right out of breast cancer treatment. I just got reconstruction. These bad boys were brand new. And so I panicked. I was like, I don't know what to write on my marker board. Like, what is happening? Like, and then all of a sudden I hear Chris and his papa laugh. I was like, oh, And so he was like, all right, miserable couple on the end. And Chris gets up in true Chris fashion because we all know Chris was eating this up. Eating it up. I literally wanted to die, and he was like loving every bit of it. And he gets up, and he was like, how am I supposed to know? They're brand new. The whole crowd just like dies. Needless to say, we got lots of bottle of free champagne. And everywhere we went for the rest of the week, people were buying us drinks because they were like, oh, God, y'all hate each other. We should buy you a drink. So, yeah, it did work out well played. But the moral of the story is that Chris has always wanted this moment. And fellas, you have this moment. Ironically enough, they are departing tomorrow on the very same cruise line. I can't write this, guys. I'm not making this up. They're literally going on the same very ship, which, if there's been members that have been there for 7 years, they're going to be highly confused when you drag poor Justin up there as the cute, energetic, madly in love newlyweds. Justin, you better know your bra size because it's happening. But I am so excited for you guys. And I just want you to take this moment, your friends, your family, everybody that loves you and supported you, like this is it. You did it. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited to see what comes because you guys are the newlywed couple. You did it. And he's going to pull you on stage, so be ready. Be ready. Be ready. Hey, let's raise our glass to Chris and Justin. We love you.
John, Jeremy, Carmen, and Heather, big round of applause.
No,